This is The Clash, where the real world clashes with a true Christian worldview. Join former professional wrestler Chris Whaley, known as the Masked Saint, who is an author, pastor, and teacher that brings his wrestling skills into the squared circle and tackles real-life issues. Along with Jeff Dixon, best-selling author, internationally known teacher, leader, and pastor who is not afraid to tackle the tough issues of the world we live in. Together they form a tag team of wisdom in The Clash.
Hi, welcome to The Clash, where we take a Christian worldview and allow it to collide and clash with the culture around us. And when we're done, hopefully we will encourage you, educate you, and give you some things that will help you in your journey of faith. I'm Jeff Dixon, and I am joined here by the one, the only, looking good in a brand new year, Chris Whaley.
Hey, man. Did you have a good Christmas?
I did. How about you?
Oh, awesome. Awesome. Anytime you get to spend it with the kids and the grandkids, it's all good.
Happy to see them come? Happy to see them go?
Yeah, they say the prettiest lights at Christmas are the tail lights of your children's cars. They take your grandchildren home.
And you know, your kids aren't going to watch this show, so you're okay, right?
Yeah, we're fine.
You're fine. Okay, that's perfect.
Fine.
Okay, oh, that's good. Well, and hopefully all of you had a good Christmas, because we are now coming up, and it is going to be the beginning of a brand new year.
But same old tree.
Same old tree, yeah. We're going to go ahead and write out this year's Christmas decorations, and we'll move back to the ring eventually. You know, it's being remodeled
well,
still, right?
we got to tell them they're redoing the office complex where we are, and so we have to be in the sanctuary to do the show. But I love Christmas trees.
And then we threw a tree in here.
Yeah,
it's not still holidays. I mean, how long do you leave your Christmas decorations up?
It depends on how I feel.
Ah, okay.
If I'm feeling good, hey, they go down quick.
Okay.
If I'm feeling not so good, they might stay up a couple weeks.
Okay. So you're invited to stalk the Whaley's neighborhood and see what kind of year Chris is starting with. That way you'll know how long the lights are up or when they come down early, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
What are we doing today, man?
Today we're going to talk about a new year. And this is episode's called Same Calendar, New Courage. The idea is that in a new year, you don't have to be a new version of yourself, just a braver version of yourself.
Courage.
Because a lot of people kind of roll into the new year a little bit afraid. Do you ever hear that Barry Manilow song? That really dates you, doesn't it? Barry Manilow, called Another New Year's Eve.
I don't think I have.
It is a, it's funny. I heard him when he released it. And this is years ago now, he said, I don't know anybody who really looks forward to New Year's Eve. He said, there's so much pressure on that date. And so the song starts like, don't look so sad. It's not so bad, it's just another night. That's all it is.
Yeah.
And basically it's that we're going to get through this new year and you'll see you'll be just fine. So, I mean, it's kind of that message of hope, but don't put too much pressure on yourself for the beginning of a new year.
There you go.
I think a lot of people do that for some reason.
Yeah, well,
and maybe they hit it a little bit fearful.
Yeah, I'm ready to get into it.
Well, how come for some people do you think, why does January 1st feel like a pop quiz that no one had time to study for?
I don't know. I think, they're disappointed about the things that they didn't accomplish in the year, things they should have done in the year and they didn't do, and then not looking forward to not doing the ones that they plan to do in the next year.
Okay. So just us talking here. No one else is watching right now. Are you a resolution guy? Do you make resolutions?
I do. I might make a couple.
Okay. Like, I mean, give examples, or is there something that comes to mind?
Like this year, I'm planning to be more organized.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you actually have a plan for that right now?
I do. My wife is. I'm an old school. I love the calendar, the paper calendars.
Okay.
And my wife's like, you're crazy. You got your phone. You can put your calendar on your phone and all. But I need to be organized so that in the morning, one of the first things I do is look at the calendar on my phone to make sure
you know what to do.
I'm doing. Whereas you got the paper calendar, it's right there, just flip up, see what we got. Oh, okay. I'm trying to be more organized and more disciplined. And
okay.
How about you?
Well, I'm not a big resolution guy. You know, I'm more of a goal-oriented guy, but sometimes resolutions are goals.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
you know, my goals, my goal is a little bit loftier for the year. You know, I don't set resolutions. Basically, I pick a word for the year,
Yeah.
and that kind of becomes my rallying point.
Yeah.
And so I've been through a year where my word was unoffendable.
Unoffendable. Yeah.
And I will. I mean, I think as I get to the end of the year, getting ready to do a brand new year, I don't think I've been offended very much. I mean, I really strategize as to how am I going to process life and not be offended.
Yeah.
Now, it sounds arrogant, but I mean, you know, we choose to be offended, right?
Right.
So this year, I got a brand new word I'm kind of playing with and getting ready to unleash.
You don't have it yet?
I do.
What is it?
Tenacious.
Tenacious?
Tenacious.
Really?
Yes.
I'm thinking about slender.
Slender?
Yeah.
Gonna be half the man you are right now?
Yeah. I've put some weight on this year, and I really need to take it off. But it's a lot more fun putting it on than it is taking it. It is.
Well, you see, take a year, put it all on.
Yeah.
Take the next year, put it all off. You know, just kind of go back and forth.
Yeah, I got to do that.
Well, I've also made it really is a resolution, a commitment. I am not going to eat asparagus this year.
Hey, you know what? I'll take a fist bump on that.
Yeah, because I mean, I've just,
Yeah.
you know, I was going to eliminate all green stuff.
Yeah.
But man, I just start with asparagus.
Yeah.
You know, because again, asparagus has never blessed my life. You know that? Never blessed my life.
No, I think I'm doing the carnivore this year.
Are you?
Yeah.
All meat?
Yeah.
That's it? No vegetables?
No.
What about pepperoni? Pizza?
Every now and then.
Okay.
Every now and then.
Go with meat. All right.
Yeah.
Well, as we kind of think about this, why do people? I mean, we deal with people all the time. We're in the people business.
Mm-hmm.
So why do people struggle so much or put so much pressure on themselves with this idea of I've got to have a resolution. I have to have a resolution on a brand new year.
Yeah.
Why do they do that?
I don't know. I think you hear it on TV a lot.
Okay.
From, if they watch the news, people are going to say it on the news. And even in churches, Jeff. I mean, if you just kind of scrolled around and looked at the topics of, pastors' sermons during January, you're going to see the word resolutions in there.
Yeah.
So I think, people put the pressure on themselves, and they really don't have to. Yeah. They could just, do that to, when somebody starts talking about it. But I don't know, you probably got a better idea of that.
No, I really don't. I just, my question always is, what is so magical about December 31st that all of a sudden when the clock strikes midnight and that calendar flips, all of a sudden you've got to go into that brand new year with a bunch of new resolutions. So there's going to be a better you, and this is going to be my year. And well, if it's so important, my question is always, why did you do it 1st of December?
Yeah.
Why did you do it 1st of November?
Yeah.
Why didn't you first? I keep going backwards, so I'll lose count. But I mean, why didn't we just go ahead and do it? Why do we need that day
Yeah, I don't know,
to
but
put the pressure on?
I got to tell you, Jeff, that December 31st rolls around a lot quicker now than it used to when I was in my 30s and 40s. Mm-hmm. I mean, man, this year got on a motorcycle and sped through, and it's like, wait a minute. It was like last month was February, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And no, it's not. And it's just going by so quick. And I wish you could help me slow the year down.
Well, I wish I could, but I think that Einstein was really tapping into something when, time is relative, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
it
really is. And I'm not talking about spending time with your relatives. We're talking about time being relative.
Time being relative, yeah.
But if you're like we are, New Year's is it's a day. I mean, it can be exciting. It can be miserable. A lot of it's just what you bring to the moment, right?
I got some encouragement for you.
Okay.
I wrote this down.
Mm-hmm.
The calendar changes, but God doesn't.
Yeah.
The new year brings what, Jeff? With it brings the unknown, but God and His faithfulness is a constant.
Yeah.
And so, fear focuses on what's changing. Faith rests in the unchangeable one. And I love this scripture from Hebrews 13:8. Jesus is the same yesterday, today, and what?
Well, always.
Forever.
Depending on the translation,
Yeah. And here's something else too. What felt scary last year that God carried you through, Jeff?
Oh my gosh! Well, last year was a wild year for me. I had some medical issues popping up, and ended up in the hospital for a while, and didn't expect that. I mean, there's a lot of things that come along. I mean, and that's the thing, right? It doesn't matter what resolutions you have.
Yeah.
The unexpected is out there.
Oh yeah, always.
And so, let's take a break here for a second, but come back afterwards, and let's kind of start out this new year by kind of talking about fear versus faith, and how we don't have to fear the new year, but we can face it with faith. And maybe, just maybe, if people are in the business of making resolutions, then maybe they'll make some better ones, or take the pressure off and don't make any at all.
Oh yeah.
Instead, just decide to be a better version of themselves.
Right.
And see what they can come up with.
That sounds like a plan.
All right. Don't go anywhere. We're going to come back and kind of wrestle through fear versus faith in a brand new year right after this break. Hi, I'm Jeff Dixon, one of the hosts of The Clash, and that's where you're used to seeing me. But I'm also the pastor of the church at 434 in Winter Springs here in Central Florida. And we got something really cool that's happening. God is moving among us as a people. We are a church on the move, and we are a home for folks that are trying to touch and change the world. And we have one of the greatest opportunities before us we've ever had. We got space issues. That's right, we're out of space. And we're in the midst of what we're calling a space program. We're not building a building per se, because that would be, too easy to talk about. What we're doing is we're trying to create space so that we can do the ministry that God has created us to do, and the ministry that He's called us to do here in the Central Florida area. The Clash is one of the things that happens as a result of that ministry, and we'd love for you to be a part of it. We'd love for you to pray for us. We'd love for you to take a look at what we're doing. And we would love, if God leads you, to invite you to contribute financially as well. You're right, I'm asking for money. But hey, if you feel guilty about it, you give. And if you feel really guilty, give more. But the website at the bottom of the screen will take you to our website, where you can find out all you want to know about the space program and so much more. And so take the time and visit with us. If you can be a part of that space program, we would love to have you a part of that journey. Look forward to seeing you there and visiting with you online.
I love hearing from our listeners. I have a website called themasksaint.com, and I get, people telling me things about the old wrestling days. I love to hear from them. I'm on Facebook, I'm on X, I'm on Instagram, and I just never get tired of listening to people. And if you have not read The Masked Saint, I have that available on my website. I have the Christmas book, Harold's Heavenly Christmas. I have the last book that I wrote with a wrestling buddy called Mr. President. Pictures whenever I was still in good shape. I have those available along with t-shirts, anything, but most of all, just love to hear from you.
Welcome back. We're looking at a brand new year, and we're trying to decide, we're going to face it with fear or with faith.
Encourage, yeah.
Yeah, how are we going to do that? So, kick us off. What's your first thought? We're trying to give some good advice here.
Okay, here it is.
Okay.
Fear paralyzes, but faith activates. And what I mean is, fear makes us shrink back from really opportunities that we have because we're afraid of it. But faith kind of propels us towards a new courage. And that means activating faith to pursue God's calling in the new year. And 2 Timothy 1:7 says, God has not given us the spirit of fear, but one of love and power and of a sound mind. So let me just ask you this, Jeff. What about, contrasting the fears, what ifs, but faith is even if.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Sure.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because fear, in so many ways, if you think about fear, it kind of begins with that what if, right? And what if this doesn't work?
Right.
When people say that, the truth of the matter is, it might not.
Right.
Most of the things we do in life, what if it doesn't work? Even to come here today, right? To get in your car, put the key in. What if it doesn't work?
Yeah.
You're not going to make it on time. It's everything that we do has that element to it. And I guess you said a minute ago, though, fear immobilizes,
Yeah.
immobilizes us. That's what fear will do to us. And it starts, I think, with that whole idea of, well, what if it doesn't work?
Yeah.
I mean, if you spend too much time dwelling on that,
But God is, even if it doesn't work, I'm still here.
sure.
Yeah, we're going to make it.
Well, I mean, I heard a teacher one time ask a question. I mean, it was a great question. It was in the midst of a class, I think a finance class, where talking about how do you become a good steward with God's resources and
Right.
stuff like that.
Yeah.
But they asked the question, well, what's the worst thing that's going to happen?
Yeah.
I mean, what's the worst thing that will happen to you?
Mm-hmm.
And if you're a Christian, the answer is, well, you die.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what? That's great, right? So if you can get out on the table what that worst thing is, what if loses a lot of its power?
I had a great pastor in my life. He used to say this, Jeff. He said, Chris, he said, 95% of the things that we worry about never happen.
Yeah.
And he's right.
Yeah.
He's right. We spend all that time worrying about it and then it never happened.
I also think that part of the problem that people have is because we all understand what it's like to make mistakes, to misfire, to fail.
Mm-hmm.
And we could debate failure all day, but I think it's more learning. But people call it failure. I think a lot of times too, playing the what if game. What if I fail again?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's the problem with resolutions, right? Most people can break those resolutions
Right.
at the end of the first 30 days.
Right.
And so you just quit trying.
Yeah. I go to the gym, and right now, Jeff,
Can't get in.
no, there's no problem getting in now. But I guarantee you, when January rolls around, the parking lot's full.
Okay. How long does that last?
All the leaf turners turn over a new leaf,
Right.
and they last about a month and a half, and they say, yeah, enough of that.
First pull muscle, it will sore, life gets busy.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, again, because we're afraid. I mean, again, part of the fear part of this thing is, we're afraid to fail. But again, same question, what's the worst thing that happens if you fail? You learn. And hopefully you learn enough not to make the same mistake again.
Yep.
That's not a bad thing. So maybe failure can be good.
Yep.
It was Walt Disney said one time, everybody needs a good failure, a good kick in the teeth when they're young.
I like that.
Because again, it will make them better prepared for the future and better prepared for whatever else comes along.
Yep. I got another. Oh,
Okay, go ahead.
You it's your turn, but I got another one.
Okay.
too.
Another what if,
Yeah.
as we're thinking about what ifs, that idea of what if nothing changes? See, because some people look back on a year that has been, and it maybe hasn't been a banner year. And so now the fear is, well, what if it doesn't change?
Yeah.
What if nothing changes? And the reality is, well, maybe it won't.
Yeah.
So if you can't do anything about that, then the advice would simply be, all that you can change is you.
Right.
And so you can't change what happens, you can just change how you see it.
There you go.
And that's how you
Yeah,
tackle
I
it,
think
right?
that came up in a couple of sermons this year.
It did, yeah. I kind of beat on that for quite a few months down the road.
Yeah, I
here,
like
so,
that,
yeah,
too.
it's fun.
I did.
Okay, so what you said you had another.
Yep. Yeah, I like this. Peace over anxiety. Why? Because Jesus has overcome.
Oh yeah.
The world gives a lot of reasons to fear the future, but Jesus offers a supernatural peace that is rooted in his victory. Yeah. And I love the scripture. He said in John 16:33, I have told you these things so that in me you may have peace. In this world you'll have trouble, but take heart. I've overcome the world.
Yeah.
So we know who wins.
Right. And so if you're going to face fear, or you're going to face the new year with faith, right?
Right.
Jesus is basically making us a promise here. I will go with you.
Yeah.
You are not going to be alone. And get ready, it's coming.
I'll not depart from you.
But I'll be here.
Yeah.
I mean, and that's great news, because we're going to take a break here in just a second. But anywhere that we go, no matter what happens over the course of this new year,
Right.
we want to encourage you that wherever you go, there's not going to be any place you go this year that Jesus isn't already there
Right.
when you arrive, and he'll be there when you leave, because you're never going to be alone.
Right.
That's powerful.
That is. That's very powerful.
That changes how you face every day. You face it with faith or fear. Let's take another break. We'll come back and kind of wrap this conversation up in the next segment.
Okay.
But Don't go anywhere. We'll be back and we'll keep wrestling through fear versus faith.
There you go. Jeff, did you ever in your wildest imagination think that one day we would have this great TV show called The Clash, and you could actually buy T-shirts and stuff that had The Clash on it? Did you ever think that possible?
Yeah, when I was 3 years old, I had a vision.
You did?
That was going to happen one day. No, I'm just kidding. I never thought about that. So.
Hey, it's just awesome, man. I mean, of course, the tagline, "Don't tap out."
Yeah.
On the hat.
Look at that.
Yeah. And then on the back of the hat, it's got The Clash. And I don't know, what you got?
Well, I've been sitting around thinking about, how could you think about The Clash 24 hours a day and at the same time hydrate?
Oh, wow.
This cup right there, look at there.
How awesome is that?
That's a mini tumbler right there.
Wow.
But you could get a coffee cup.
You know what? I need to get one of those to pour the coffee into it so it keeps it.
You also could get a mug though. If you're a mug guy, you can get a mug.
Yeah.
You get a big taller tumbler that you can walk around. And so when you're walking around drinking stuff with our logo on it, people say, "What is The Clash?" And they can tell you all about the TV show.
So you need to look at that little QR code down at the bottom of your screen, and you just get your camera, your phone out, you put it on camera, and you look at that, and a little thing will come up, and you touch that, takes you right to the store. It's so easy, even I can do it.
There you go. Hi, we're talking about fear versus faith in a brand new year, and we're talking about how do we face it. And I think, Chris, we've been talking about it. One of the things that I was thinking about during the break is that fear isn't the enemy. Because we all deal with fear from time to time. But letting fear drive your life, that is the enemy.
Yeah.
And that's what we're always battling with. Because faith isn't confidence in the outcomes. Faith is confidence in God, who gets us to the outcomes.
There you go.
And so for you and I, as pastors, we share that with people all the time. We deal with people who are dealing with fear. But remembering those things, getting your brain kind of shifted and changing gears a little bit, that goes a long way toward helping you trust into a brand new year, right?
I think you're spot on that. And, Jeff, how many people do we deal with really on a regular basis that, fear is just consuming their lives? And, it's very possible people that's listening right now, you're dealing with that same thing. And, we have got to go from fear to trust. That is, we've got to take and we've got to put it in God's hands. So when we're afraid, we actively transfer that trust from our circumstances and give it to God.
Yeah.
And then the shift kind of, I think it just builds courage over time, because we say, hey, that went well. God was faithful.
Well, and I go back to, you quoted a passage a minute ago where Jesus, makes a promise, in this world you will have trouble.
Right.
That means
not if.
It's coming.
Yeah.
It will be tough. Mm-hmm. But he says, take heart.
I've
overcome the world.
Right.
We don't face it alone. And so you've got to remember that he doesn't promise us an easy year. Mm-mm. This 2026 is not promised to any of us being an easy year. As a matter of fact, it's probably going to be loaded with surprises, unexpected moments, and who knows what will happen.
Yeah.
But he does promise that he will be with us.
Right.
So he promises his presence, and his presence is a promise. Mm-hmm. And so whatever it is we're going to face, we're not left by ourselves to have to figure it out for ourselves.
Right.
He'll be there.
And I love that Psalm 56:3. When I'm afraid, what do? When I'm afraid, I put my trust in.
Trust in him.
And put my trust in you. Do you journal anything about these fears?
Sure.
Do you?
Yeah. I mean, again, I'm a big journaler. We've talked about that in the past. I mean, I'll write down on my prayer list those things I'm afraid of, and what I really try to do is I try to, best I can, and sometimes this is easier and takes more time than maybe you want it to, but if you're really afraid of something and it's consuming you, you're already giving it time. So use it productively, right?
Yeah.
But I really try to break down what exactly is it that I am afraid of? And you start breaking apart fear into small segments. Is it a fear that, I won't get a paycheck, fear that I'm going to miss a meal, fear that I'm going to get sick, people that I love get sick, people won't like me, people might, say something bad. I mean, what exactly is it? And I think by doing that, what I'm trying to do is normalize fear. In other words, just make fear something else that you have to deal with. And I think that when you're fearful, if you can normalize it, in other words, take the teeth out of it, then fear is just a thing. It is a feeling. It is an emotion that you deal with like any other emotion, and you drive past it.
Yeah.
Because you do so with faith, right?
Right. And if you are journaling, put that fear down in your journal and then do a Bible study and look for God's promises. Because I guarantee you there's a promise of God that'll meet that fear. Don't you think?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so.
I think somebody has said that in Scripture you'll find do not fear 365 times, one for each day.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I wrote down in my journal under something that I was talking about. I think I was dealing with fear a little bit, and I said, fear is really just a warning signal. It's not a stop sign.
Right.
I mean, in fairness, if you're fearful of something, it's okay to ask why.
Yeah.
And it's okay to deal with it.
Yeah.
And call it out and normalize it if you can.
Right.
But it doesn't mean you need to stop what you're doing. And it doesn't mean that it's a deal breaker. And it doesn't mean that it's the end of the game. It just means just notice it for what it is. Because usually it comes from somewhere, but it's not usually the place that we think it's coming from. Because most of the stuff that we're fearful of never happens.
Right.
So it comes from us.
Yeah. You got when you got that blinking yellow light, what do?
Yeah.
You just kind of slow down, look both ways, and then go through it. So,
I mean, I think part of this, for me, is, I think we threw the phrase earlier, what if I fail? What if it turns out the same again? Could we get bogged down in the what if, and that scares us? If we could reshift a little bit our what ifs from what if we fail or what if it goes bad to what if God shows up?
Even if.
What another idea. What if God comes through like he promises? I mean, what if God does what God says he's going to do? Do you want to miss that? I know I don't.
No.
So for us, as we move into a brand new year, one of the things I hope our audience understands that, well, I wish we could give them guarantees. We can't.
Yeah.
But the guarantee we can give is what we know from Scripture, that we're not going to be alone. And tomorrow is going to be a great day because God is a great God, and he is going to be with us.
Yep. I got a good one to go out on.
Okay.
New plans, not new fears.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. God has absolutely good plans ahead, wouldn't you say?
I think so.
So fear, what does it do? Fear steals our hope, but faith embraces his purposes for the new year.
Yeah.
And I was good. I got another scripture. Okay. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future.
Yeah. And you know what? That's probably the best advice we could give to anybody as we get ready to wrap this one up.
Yeah. Man, you encouraged me today, Jeff.
You encouraged me as well.
Well,
I'm not afraid anymore.
I'm not afraid.
That's good.
Yeah, I'm like Kevin in Home Alone when he goes into the basement. I'm not afraid.
You're not afraid.
Yeah. Anyway. Yeah. Well, you think we need to?
We probably need to go home.
Yeah, we probably do. Yeah. Well, I hope you have a great week and don't tap out.